Well, here it goes raining again, and I'm out here. I'm going to try to get a video up tonight. I don't know whether that's a good idea or not, because I am so pissed off right now at people in general. Well, I shouldn't say in general, because that would cover a lot of people I like. But I am not financially in good shape. And that's my doing. That's my fault. I've said before, I made my bed and I'm having to live in it. But there's some people around me that they made their bed and it's not their fault. It's not their fault, according to them. And I can't stand it and if a certain person sees this video, they're going to be pissed off. But I really don't care. I've told you this. You make your bed, you lay in it. Didn't nobody put you there but yourself. Sure, sometimes there's circumstances come along that can't be helped. But I know I shouldn't even be going there. God dang it. I'm really wanting to tear into somebody, but I swear I want you to know that you made your bed. You worked in healthcare, and now you say you can't work in healthcare in the state of Florida. And I've known you for 11 years. I've known you for 11 years. I've never known you to work in healthcare. You do have some health care training. But you stated Florida's turned into a Republican state, so therefore you can't work in healthcare in the state of Florida. You can't work in healthcare. Well, let's just say anybody in healthcare. You got a police record? You got a felony record of some sort? No, you can't work in healthcare. You can't even work as a pharmacist assistant because you're around drugs and stuff. It's not the damn Republicans or the Democrats that's causing you not to be able to work. It's stuff you done. You hear this, you're probably going to be pissed off. You're probably going to be hurt. But I don't like it. When somebody wants to blame somebody else for their situation. I reckon that's all I ought to say about that. There's a whole lot more shit to this than I'm gonna get into. But you make your damn bed, you lay in it. I'm laying in mine, and I ain't blaming the Democrats or Republicans. I'm blaming me. I did it. I made my decisions. There was a period of time there that I had a 6-figure income fairly easy. There was a time that I had approximately $250,000 in the bank, cash. But didn't nobody make me invest it in things. I got screwed on some investments, that's for damn sure. I sure did that. I sure did that. And I ain't talking about $300 or $400. I'm talking about more than $100,000. But I did it. I made that decision. And back in the day, when I should have been more concerned about my family and raising my kids and teaching them what they need to be taught, I didn't do it. So in a way, it's my fault that she's working the job that she's working and having to struggle like she is. I did that. And ain't no damn body gonna say I'd ever blamed anybody but myself. I did it. Back in the day, my wife, she'd get on to me about things I was doing. And my comeback to her was always like, "Well, baby, it ain't like we can't go down to the bank and draw out $100,000 in cash. I mean, we got money. That was stupid, asinine thinking. She seen I was making mistakes, and I should have listened to her, and I didn't do it. It all goes back to I made my bed. Boy, am I laying in it. And now, if my health wasn't in the way, and knowing what I know now, I could pull myself out of this in 6 months with what I got up here. But my health is in the way. I can't do the things that I want to do. A lot of things I'd like to do for my grandbabies, but I can't do it. My middle grandson, it concerns him that he's making all these debts on student loans so he can go to college, and he wants to be a doctor. And he's wanting to be a radiologist, which is, that's high up on the totem pole, those radiologist doctors. I don't mean the technician, I mean he wants to be the doctor. And it takes about 12 years to get all this stuff in that he needs to get to do that. And I can't contribute nothing towards his education because of all the dumbass decisions I made. Most of them I made before he was born. So, anyway, I'm going to post a video. Let everybody know I'm back. We got in a lot of financial problems in the last couple of weeks, and I had a pretty good reserve of copper, brass, and aluminum, small stuff. And if I hadn't been able to cash that in, we'd have been up shit creek without that paddle. It killed me to death. I was planning on getting me a golf cart to work the neighborhood scrapping. But now I'm pretty about much back to square one. My brass honey hole run out a lot sooner than I thought it was. But I'm still getting small stuff along. I need to make me a wire stripper because that's another thing I'm really ticked off about is TMR, trade metals or trademark recycling, I think is the name of the company, and they even got companies in Canada, and they ripped me off big time. Oh, let me show you one here. You see this brass coupling right here? that solid brass. There's a little steel spring in there and 3 ball bearings, which make up about 4, maybe 3% of what's in this. The rest of it is brass. And when I took a bunch of my brass to TMR, before I knew it, they had pulled all of these out, and I should have knew what was going on when they was doing it, because they was doing this number. Because they could feel, you can't hardly even feel the pull in that thing. It's just, it's still in there. But they took about 100 pounds of these before I got all my paperwork and my payout. 100 pounds, and paid me 5 frickin' cents a pound before I realized it. And you know damn well they didn't sell it as shred. I ain't been back over there yet, but I'm gonna tell that sucker. Yeah, you can see that little spring wire right there is steel. From now on, when I take anything to scrap or sell, I'm going to tell them right then, you got anything there that you don't think's what I say it is, you lay it aside, because I ain't selling it to you. 100 pounds. Alright, this board I'm looking at, it's got Phillips on it. And there's little gold dots all over this side of this thing. I started to depopulate it, but then I seen all them gold spots on that side. And then I got to looking here. Them pins right there is gold, and there's gold spots all over this thing again on this side. So if that's gold, then does that mean this is high grade board? And am I better off selling it intact than to depopulate? I guess. I don't know. Anyhow, I'm going to leave that one intact.